Hello, YouTube. I just wanted to sit down and do a little bit of a walkthrough of a deck I received. Um, it's a deck that has been talked about quite a bit lately because it just came out like in September. And this video is probably not necessary because of that, but I just wanted to kind of talk about it because this isn't like an unboxing like most videos surrounding this particular deck are. This is me talking about my feelings and thoughts about using this deck. And I've only been using this deck for like a week, I think. So small amount of time, but I'm kind of, I think I can talk about it more having had experience with it. So this deck is the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And this deck I've seen everywhere. The reason why I got this is because my brother owed me money for, I don't remember, I think I gave him like a gift card or something. So I was like, hey, for my birthday, why don't you just like get me this deck? He's like, okay, sure. That's why I have this deck right here. I also, this particular deck comes with a book called Beneath the Moon. And I'll be talking about both of these because I think it's really a travesty to buy one and not the other. I do think you could buy the book without the tarot deck, but I don't think you should buy the tarot deck without the book. And I'll tell you why. So first of all, the reason I'm not like doing this like on my table is because I have no room because I'm like in my college apartment. So I just like can't just really make like a good video of like showing the cards on my um um desk. So that's why I'm gonna make it. I love the box of this. In the back has pictures of the images. It says the path to enlightenment is unique for each of us, but many of the lessons we learn are shared stories passed among cultures and generations. Tarot of the Divine brings traditional tarot archetypes to life with a lustrous series of fables, including The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, the Crane Wife, Sleeping Beauty, King Arthur, the stories of many lesser-known legends and deities from all over the world. Just as the tarot provides ways to interpret the world around us, so too do these illuminating folktales. So that was the biggest reason why I wanted this, and I suspect this is the biggest reason why I've seen this everywhere on YouTube specifically, is because every single card in this is based on a folk tale, a fairy tale, a mythology from all over the world. And I love mythology. It's so interesting, and I find it fascinating to read about the histories and the folk tales and mythologies and stuff of other cultures, because here in America we really only talk about American history and folk tales and Western history and folk tales, which I think is a travesty because there's so many beautiful stories around the world, and that's what I like about this deck, and especially the book, because we'll get to this book later. Right now we're just talking about the tarot, but because all the cards in here represent stories from around the world. So I love the box. If we open it, it just opens like this. I'll try to hold it. It comes with this guidebook, which I haven't really looked through. It's kind of just what you'd expect. It tells you just very briefly what each of the stories mean, gives you the pictures of the cards and what the meaning of each of the tarot cards is. Which I think is great if you're not going to get the book, because the book only delves into the stories. It doesn't tell you what the tarot cards mean. This tells you what the tarot cards mean. And I think this deck is perfect for beginners because it uses a lot of traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, but like through the lens of like other folk tales and stuff. Okay, so here are the cards. This is what it comes in. It has this ribbon, which I like. My biggest complaint. So here's the card backs, which I think are really cute, and it's unobtrusive. It's fine. The only complaint I have regarding this deck is it feels very, I don't want to say cheaply made, because it's definitely not cheaply made. It's just, it's not as high quality as I would like it to be. And granted, this deck is very cheap. So it's not a matter of like this deck is worth $75 and it's on just like crap card stock. Like, I just watched a video about the Lumina Tarot being like that, or it's like $75 in crappy card stock. The card stock is fine. I mean, it's thick, but I don't really like see. You can kind of see that it like kind of holds its shape, and it just feels like a typical playing card deck card, which is fine. And again, this deck is only $20, which is a steal if you consider the artwork and stuff. It would be really nice if Yoshitani's watching me, it'd be nice to have an edition that maybe was a more expensive but has nicer card stock. Even though I'm really appreciative that it's only like $20. I think it's really great. Also, before I like show you the cards, I will say the shipping process was awesome, and it's definitely one of the best shipping experiences I've had with a company. We had pre-ordered because this deck came out on my birthday on September 1st. So I was like, okay, I'm definitely not going to get it on my birthday, but like I'll get it later. And they immediately sent an email out to everyone saying like, we're backed up. We didn't expect as many people to order it as we thought, so it's going to be a little backed up. So it took like about a month to get to me, but they were very communicative through the whole process. I did change my address during the process, and they were immediately like on it. They were asking me follow-up questions. They were very helpful. So don't worry about being scammed, I guess, because the shipping process was incredible. It's definitely one of the best shipping experiences I've had with the tarot deck so far. But anyway, let's get into the cards. I probably won't go through all of them because I think the beauty of this deck is drawing a card and reading the mythologies behind it. And in fact, I'll talk about that more with the book. So I'll just show you like a few cards so you get like a general impression. So this one is the Fool. This is the Little Mermaid, if you can't tell. And I really, like, you can kind of see it's a little textured. It feels like just like a playing card stock. But I love the images. It's really Disney-like. I'm sorry, my light. It's very Disney-esque, and it's very cute. There are gory scenes in this deck. So if you're young, you probably still shouldn't buy this because there is graphic like blood and stuff in some of the cards. But almost all of them have this really cutesy art style. I love like the way the border is. It's very unintrusive and it's just very cute and really just nice to look at. I really like the images on these cards. And these are out of order, by the way. Next one is the Page of Swords. Love this Page of Swords a lot, especially after I read the story behind this. All the stories really match up with the theme of each of the cards. So I just love that. Five of Swords. I think this is the story of Osiris, Isis, and Set, I think, where Osiris goes to the underworld, I think. from what I recognize. Haven't gotten to this story yet for the Three of Cups. I'm anxious to get there. King of Coins. Love that. I'll just show you one more. Then the Chariot. I'm sorry, my lighting is terrible, so. Shuffling wise, it's fine. Again, it's kind of like I said, it's unintrusive cardstock. It's what you would expect from a $20 card set, I guess. Let's see if I can do the Ruffle Shuffle. I'm trying to do it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So it's stiff, but it bends a little bit. But I wouldn't like bend it way back because I think they will bend and stay that way. Does a good job of shuffling like this. So I like to do this. Some people shuffle like this, and I don't understand why. But that is just like a minor tangent. Okay, so that's the cards. So if you read tarot cards, I would recommend these. Or if you are new to tarot, definitely recommend these because they're cheap and they're really nice to look at, and the images on them are very you can kind of guess what the card meaning is from them. So when I initially got this deck, I didn't really like it that much because I had a hard time connecting with it. Because all of the images are very different, and it's from stories around the world. So, and I hadn't opened the book yet when I started using these, so I wasn't like the biggest fan. But since I've been delving into the book retroactively makes the cards so much more meaningful and offers a new depth to them, if that makes sense. Because when you see, for example, when you hold on a sec. Okay, I think this one, I'm not even gonna pronounce it because I'm dumb. I think this one represents the magician. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's do a little researching just to make sure. Oh, temperance. Excuse me, temperance. Which actually fits even better. So this one represents temperance. And initially, when I see it, because I'm not familiar with Buddhist stories and stuff like that, when I saw it, I was like, okay, it's a traditional, like, the water going in the cups. But then when you read it, it talks about how the Bodhisattva, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. My Western education failed me miserably. But Avalokiteshvara, I think. I'm so sorry again. It talks about how she grew all these hands and these eyes to help people escape their sorrows and the cycle of life and death that's in Buddhist religions and stuff. And that's like why she has all the hands and why it kind of represents temperance in that way of balance and breaking cycles and breaking them through the material world, which now that I've read that story, I'm going to connect way more with the temperance card because I understand the context behind why this particular story was chosen, which I love. And again, I was not a big fan of the deck, not because it's bad, it's beautiful, but just because I hadn't had that context, which I think it makes it harder to read these cards if you don't have the book. So buy the book, buy the book, buy the book. Please, please buy the book. If you are going to buy the tarot deck, please buy the book. Because it offers that context and it makes the reading so much more meaningful. So I'm very excited to finish up this book. Very excited. I kind of like doing this where I'm talking to you. It's not just like me showing you my wall with the cards. So I might do more of these kinds of videos. I might make another one today. We'll see, because I'm getting Labyrinthos's tarot book today. Hopefully, crossing my fingers. So I might make a video today or later. We'll just kind of see. I'm just kind of new, embarking on this journey of tarot. I'm so excited. So if you have any decks that you'd like me to review, or if you have suggestions or advice or criticism or threats, I guess, feel free to let me know in the comments. And this is a very new channel, so I'm not expecting much, but I really appreciate any and all of you who have sat down to watch like the 2 or 3 videos that I've made. I really do appreciate that. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day.